Shams al-Maarif, the most dangerous book in the world. Who hasn't heard about magic books? And here I mean real magic and not the one in movies and series. Maybe your ancestors told you some stories about demons and ghosts, and even about the curse of the pharaohs. Some of these stories are real and others just legends traveled through time. So I'm here, my friend, to tell you the story of the most powerful and dangerous black magic book in history to prepare demons and evil spirits from the underworld. You may have heard one day about a book called Shams al-Maarif, but you did not give the subject attention and did not worry about knowing what is inside this book. And this is your good luck, my friend, and it is also your luck that I will explain to you in this video everything related to the book. You will know why this book specifically is banned in many countries and why it is forbidden to sell, buy, or read it because of its extreme danger to any human being or, in a clearer sense, any person who is not familiar with spiritual sciences.
اخواني، هذا كتاب شمس المعارف الكبرى، النسخة الأصلية نادرة جدا. هذا كتاب شمس المعارف الكبرى الأصلي، كتاب نسخة نادرة.
Reading and curiosity may seem like two sides of the same coin, namely the love for knowledge and exploration. However, at times, curiosity can be harmful, turning the act of reading into something unexpected for the reader, akin to self-destruction. It's like stepping into a minefield without knowing how to avoid danger beneath your feet. Throughout history, humanity has encountered numerous books likened to minefields, those fields where bomb disposal experts or rapid response teams are of no use. Once you enter these fields, your mind becomes captive to them. Okay, I know your curiosity is at its peak right now, but before you know the contents of the book and what's inside it, and why it's so dangerous, I'll tell you a short story. It's about a young man whose curiosity grew to know the world of jinn. He decided to experience it and get closer to them, speaking to them and entering their world through this book. I could not find a way to get rid of my desire to discover hidden worlds, get closer to them, and reveal their secrets. I sometimes took the opportunity to read part of the book Shams al-Maarif, and through my reading and review of the book, I learned that the methods for preparing demons and spirits are often through other books before delving into Shams al-Maarif and relying on it. I read the mentioned books alongside Shams al-Maarif and arrived at a method for preparing jinn. Once, while attempting the prescribed rituals, which included sitting in a dark room devoid of any light except for a faint glow emanating from a black candle, it was necessary to release the incense of the talisman in every corner of the room. And suddenly, I felt a shiver run through my entire body, and the sensation didn't stop at just shivers, but I also felt a freezing cold engulfing my entire body. Despite that, I was sweating profusely, unable to catch my breath, and my mouth felt excessively dry. Then, a voice resembling the bellowing of a wild ox filled the entire room, and I felt gusts of wind raging. Finally, I saw within my field of vision in the room a flame of fire heading towards me. I couldn't continue the rituals or adhere to them after everything I had witnessed, so I hurriedly fled and left the room immediately. My life didn't return to its normal course after that night, which I can only describe as pitch black. I spent nearly a month struggling with difficulty sleeping and being alone, with even greater suffering in prayer. The suffering was endless whenever I tried to get closer to God Almighty, until the night came when I had never experienced anything like it in my entire life. On this night, I could barely sleep, and as I woke up, I found a cat staring at me. I usually turned off the lights before sleeping, but when I woke up, they were on, and I didn't know how. Every time I asked at home, they gave me the strangest answer that no one ever came to my bedroom. However, on this night, I was certain of the truth of their answers. I turned off the lights, and as usual, like a month ago, I felt just a sensation that someone was sleeping beside me. I could feel their breath and the warmth of their body, but this time, everything changed completely. It wasn't just a feeling, it turned into a reality that I saw and witnessed before my eyes. I found the cat in front of me, a black cat with a gaze that seemed to desire leaving the world altogether and standing before God. What if I told you that it was focusing on my eyes, and its own eyes were red like pieces of fire? I ran away from it, and strangely, it seemed satisfied just to look at me. When I reached the door, I looked back from afar, but when I turned around to continue fleeing, I saw a tall figure in black clothing. When he looked at me, I saw his face had extremely frightening features, and his skin was as black as charcoal. And along its length, it bent and attempted to attack me, but I felt nothing afterwards. When I woke up, I found myself in the hospital. I had suffered a severe nervous shock that almost took my life. There was no better time than that to tell them all the truth, especially as I was still a young man, not yet in my mid-20s. So I confessed to them about the hidden magic books I possessed without their knowledge, and I told them my story with the great book of knowledge Sham's al-Maaref. My father was horrified for my sake. He didn't wait for a second to search for a cure for my condition. On the same day, he brought a spiritual healer to me, who recited verses from the Quran as part of the traditional healing practices and informed me about certain herbs and ointments to resolve this problem. Afterward, we returned home, and he brought all the books and talismans related to magic and burned them all before my eyes. I want to tell you that my story is true and contains nothing but regret. I regret nothing in my life except my curiosity about these things. It cost me a lot. I told you, my friend, that everyone who tries to mess with the jinn and the other world without experience will have his fate like our poor friend, the owner of the story. He miraculously escaped this curse, but unfortunately, he made the biggest mistake in his life when he and his father decided to burn the book. It is a mistake and a danger that is much bigger than conjuring the jinn and messing with them, and I will tell you why. Every book of magic in the world has a jinn who serves and guards it, and when you burn a book of magic guarded by the jinn, you sentence yourself to certain death and you enter hell with your foot, and you do not know, like this poor person who burned the book and thought that he got rid of his evil, but the greatest evil is coming to him.
الكتاب ده بفضل الله احنا هنحرقه. احنا دلوقتي اهو ده كتاب اسمه شمس المعارف اللي علم ناس ياما الضلال والسحر. احنا بفضل الله هنحرقه دلوقتي. الله اكبر، الله اكبر يا شيخ، الله اكبر.
I know that this poor man burned the book and thinks that he is saving people from his evil. This is a good deed, but unfortunately, he rushed and did not ask the experienced people, because burning this book will be the reason for his death soon, and before that, his torment, because of which he will not find sleep. So, advice from an expert: if you find any book of magic in different languages and with different names, any book containing talismans, do not burn it. Throw it into a running river, and thus you get rid of its evil. It's not shameful to ask experienced people if you don't know about a topic. The danger of the book lies in its containing talismans and names. If someone recites them a certain number of times with a specific incense, they can summon a demon from the underworld, which is extremely dangerous. The book also contains information about the world of jinn, including the 7 kings of the jinn, their assistants, and jinn tribes, and how to harness them for human service in exchange for dangerous things. Even in the world of jinn, there is nothing without a price. Additionally, a part of the book includes other things like the beautiful names of Allah and how to invoke them, as well as matters related to astrology, planets, stars, constellations, and nature, along with a bit of knowledge about letters and numbers. All of this is found within the book, which consists of approximately 600 pages. These matters are extremely dangerous. Beware of trying them, as it is no joke. They could cost you your life and the lives of your loved ones. There is no joking in the world of jinn. The ownership of the book traces back to a Sufi writer from Algeria named Ben Ali al-Buni, who was born in Algeria and studied at university in Cairo. There are rumors that the ones who wrote this book are the jinn themselves. This is all that humans have reached regarding this dangerous book. However, the confirmed truth is known only by Allah and those who wrote this book themselves, whether it was al-Buni or individuals from the world of jinn. In the upcoming videos, we will delve deeper into the underworld, the world of jinn and demons, with stories, facts, and information that will pique your interest if you enjoy this type of content and have a strong curiosity. Do not hesitate to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to see more. See you soon.